Welcome to Retirement Ramblings. I'm Scott, and today is day 108 on my countdown to retirement. So, last night, after I filmed yesterday's video and posted it, I ended up seeing a video come into my feed with a thumbnail that said, "What happened to Norm?" So, I've been following Tina and Norm from This Is Our Retirement since before COVID. So they feel like longtime friends or neighbors, even though we've never met in the flesh. So I clicked on the video, and um, Tina announced that in 2025, she and Norm had celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, which is awesome, and that Norm celebrated his 70th birthday. Um, Milestones that were filled with joy and love and family. But actually, on his 70th birthday, Norm went to the doctor and had an EKG. And the doctor sent him, based on what he saw in the EKG, directly over to the hospital. And while I don't understand how the hospital system exactly works in Canada, Norm was admitted to the hospital and he stayed there for a week before they planned his bypass surgery. And at the end of that week, he went in for bypass, and that surgery went incredibly wrong. And unfortunately, he passed away. Um, so when I heard this, my wife and I heard this, we were shocked because, like I said, we've been listening to them for years. And I always put it on speaker when I'm listening for them so she can listen to it because we both really enjoy the content. Anyway, we were in shock. I, like thousands of other people, sent Tina my sincerest condolences. And the reason that the announcement was so shocking, at least for me, was, Norm was so conservative in his approach to retirement. He focused on his health, on diet, on exercise, all the things that people say you should do to improve your health span. And for this to happen at this time, just threw me for a loop, I guess. And then Tina said she plans to continue the channel, in to honor him, but she'll do it with obviously the perspective of a widow, since they won't be together. So the dynamic of the channel will change, but certainly she'll be able to share, both her grief and her experience as she moves forward with her retirement as a widow. So I have left a link in the description box below in case you want to watch her announcement. Again, if you followed them and haven't seen it, it's there. Anyway, so went to sleep. Right. And today pretty much was solely focused on work. I was asked to strategize on ways to remediate cloud security. I put together an action plan, shared that with our compliance team. Then I was also asked to evaluate a couple of vendors for cloud storage and disaster recovery. So I put together all the relevant details in a discussion document, sent that over to our CTO and to our global vice president of cloud engineering. Once they've had a chance to review it, we'll set up a meeting and we'll go through it and see what the next steps are. But I didn't finish work until late, so at that point I really hadn't taken anything out earlier in the day because I was heads down working on this stuff. So I made something that was reasonably quick and simple, which was pasta with a pound of shrimp that I steamed with some portobello mushroom pasta sauce. And that's what we ended up having for dinner. And then after dinner, I caught up on recorded episodes that I had of Closing Bell and the halftime report on CNBC. And then I set my DVR for Wednesday at 2 o'clock to be able to record Power Lunch with the announcement from the Fed on what they're going to do with rates, and also to capture Powell's press conference after the announcement at 2:30, because I'll be with my buddy at his cataract follow-up, so I won't be able to watch it live. And then, again, while I was watching these things, they mentioned 4 symbols that I've never heard of before. One was BMNR, one was NRG, one was XLG, and one was APO. I know nothing about them, so I'll end up looking them up, researching the companies just so that I can educate myself for future reference. So that if I hear these again, at least I'll know something about them. Anyway, that's my update for today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below or drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you have a great evening, and until tomorrow, take care.